Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I know it's 10 o'clock at night, and I normally don't film this late, but I wanted to get this video up just because I want to get rid of this piece of paper I have on my desk. And today in this video, I'm going to go over my top 5 things you should never leave on when you're leaving the house. So this is a video all about safety and what to turn off when you're leaving the house and house, just because some of these things, if you leave these things on all day, they're hazardous because they're very hazardous, or they can waste your parents' PG&E bill, or if you live with roommates, they can waste your PG&E bill. So I'm gonna get started, and hopefully you guys learned something from this video, and give it a thumbs up if you did, about what to turn off when you leave your house. And like I said, this is not only for your safety, but also for your electric bill as well, because electric bills can be quite expensive. So I'm gonna get started. So number 1 on my list would have to be the lights. This is super important. You should always make sure you turn lights off when you're leaving the house, just because if you leave lights on all day, it could waste the PG&E, and you have to pay a lot for the electric bill. And electric bills get quite expensive, so you never want to leave lights on all day, because it's just a huge waste of your electric bill, or if you live with your family, your parents' electric bill. So always be considerate by turning lights off. Or if you live in an apartment, just make sure you turn everything off, every single light off in your apartment, so then you don't waste your landlord's PG&E bill. So it's just very considerate to turn lights off, because PG&E bills get quite expensive, and if you leave lights on, that's a huge waste of the PG&E bill. And a huge waste of your own light as well. Number 2 on my list has to be the stove. This is very important. You never want to leave the stove on when you're leaving the house, just because you can definitely catch your house on fire, and stoves that are left on all day, especially if they're the stoves with they're electric stoves, you just never want to leave those on all day, just because you can definitely catch your house on fire, which is not safe. So always make sure you turn your stove off. So one of my mom's habits she has is when she leaves the house, she does this little technique she does when she checks the stove and goes off, 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 off. She always does it to make sure the stove is off, the oven is off, everything in there is off. So always double check your stove before you leave to make sure it's off. Number 3 on my list would have to be oven. This is also super important, because you never want to leave the oven on all day, because if you leave the oven on, you definitely could catch your house on fire, or it could really heat up your house and it'll get super duper hot. And you never want to heat your oven up when you're not home, because it's very, very dangerous. One of my things that I like to do is if I'm gonna run out really quick and grab a certain ingredient at my grocery store, I'll just shut my oven off, and I'll just turn my oven off until I get back, because I don't feel comfortable leaving my oven on preheating at home when I'm just gonna run out really quick. It's never a good thing to leave your oven on, because you definitely can catch your house on fire if your oven is left on, and you're going to be gone for a very long time. So number 4, so always make sure you turn your oven off before you leave the house. Number 4 on my list would have to be the toaster oven. So you never want to leave your toaster oven on all day, just because that's also just as hazardous as leaving your regular oven on, because that also could catch your house on fire. So always make sure you turn your toaster oven off when you're not using it, because that is just a huge waste of not only your electric bill, but also it's very dangerous, because your oven gets very hot. Number 5 on my list has to be the air fryer. So you definitely should turn your air fryer off when you're not before you leave the house, because you don't want to leave that on all day, because it can heat up your house, and it might catch your house on fire if you leave it cooking all day. And that's not really a safe thing, because air fryers get just as hot as an oven regular ovens or toaster ovens. ovens. So always make sure you turn the air fryer off when you're not using it. And I don't know about you guys, but my air fryer will turn off automatically when it's done cooking, but always make sure you shut your air fryer off when you're definitely not using it, because you don't want to leave it on cooking all day, because it can get super dangerous because you definitely could catch your house on fire by leaving that on all day. Okay, so those are my top 5 things you should always turn off before you leave the house. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned a lesson about how to be safe before you leave the house. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. I'm talking way too fast for this video. Bye.